the RC CAR Podcast, Ep.3. Thank you guys for joining me again. Not really a scheduled layout yet, just when I have a moment, and tonight I just felt froggy. So let's get into it, Ep.3. Hope you're staying warm out there. I saw a couple people ripping their cars around. Josie Wilds, honorable mention always, because he's like my online buddy, I guess. We're not like formidable friends. We're just, I don't know, seeing eye to eye on a lot of RC stuff. All right, Ep.3. I got some. Let's hit the honorable mentions and let's hit the podiums, right? So the podium. A couple days ago, I was watching Andy B. Go check out Andy B. He was doing a review on the the X-Max Ultimate, and him and his daughter. And I guess they already had X-Maxes, and they're all into it. And just the cadence of the conversation was really cool. Go check him out, Andy B. All right. Let's see. Today I was watching, just recently, just right now, I was watching at 2 FMRC. And this gets me into a conversation real quick about crawling. So at 2 FMRC, sorry, let's rewind a little bit, sorry. The L to the W. See a lot of L's going on. The L to the W was out with ripping around in the tennis courts with his felony. I mentioned in the comments I wanted to get one of those cars. The point is, he had made a comment that he got into it. He had bought a 6x6, probably Traxxas, right? And he just doesn't understand how people, wasn't bagging on crawlers. He just said it wasn't his thing. But I think he just doesn't. It kind of goes both ways. Some guys that are in crawlers don't like to bash and don't like to go fast. Some people don't like to do speed runs. Some people don't like to do slow stuff. Some people don't like to do fast stuff. So it was interesting how his perspective of that, and I get it, but there's something to be said about crawling. For example, let's see here. At 2 FMRC, he had his crawling videos were he had the benchtop. I guess he has crawling videos. That's what my notes say, but whatever. I've seen him. He does crawling videos. But the point was, with mentioning him, is his bench tops are clear, they're precise, and he was doing a couple crawl add-ons tonight, like some gears and such. And my point is that I think something to be said about the crawling. They are different, man. I don't know how to put my finger on it. Sometimes I feel like crawling and sometimes I don't, okay? And I think the times when I feel like crawling, I'm just kind of into my brain, and I want to kind of like relax and kind of go somewhere with it. You can just kind of slow down with it a bit, everything with life. Whereas when you're going fast and you're bashing, or you're like today's rip that I did with the Big Rock and the Vendetta, you have to be on your toes, man. When those things start picking up speed, 40, 50, 60, 70 miles an hour, you're clicking off so many feet per second, and the wrong little twitch, and you only have so much space in the road, between the curbs and cars that are parked. And I think you just have to be on your toes, and then your mindset has to be in a very heightened, alert state of mind, right? Like that's where you have to be at. Whereas crawling, you have to be alert, but it's not so, what's the word? I guess it's visceral. It's not as visceral as it is driving a car fast, okay? But it's visceral in a different way, like a creative zone. And to be honest, if you go down to CDM, Corona Del Mar, and you're on the cliffs and you have $1,000 rig about to tumble into the ocean, it can raise the adrenaline a little bit. So it all depends on where you're crawling. So, all right, back to the list. Remember, these are just random for the podium. Okay. At Do RC. Now, I had mentioned in episode 2, there was at Do You RC with 44.7 thousand subs. This guy has a different channel. This is a different person. At Do RC. And he does a really cool video on XRT. He bought some M2C parts for the shocks, which I didn't know that they make a big bore kit for the stock shock body on the XRT. Really cool. So you have to get it's a whole part on the inside of it. But man, like talk about beefy, just a nice looking kit, man. Like that's where it makes me go, I shouldn't have. I wish I've not watched that video, because it makes me want to upgrade the XRT. So basically he took an XRT and went super ultimate on it, and put a hobby wing in, motor in, and all that jazz. So go check him out at DoRC. The Next Level RC, pretty cool channel. It's an honorable mention. At RC Guy Garage, I'm mentioning him. All right, there's a lot of guys out there that like him. Back East guy. He's got the accent, the back East accent and all that, He's driving his Jaguar today and whatever. Look at cool cat, whatever. Go follow him, whatever. It's not like I'm a fan of that guy's channel. And like I said, to each his own. Look at this channel, whatever. I like my channel. But at RC Guy Garage, you really gotta, I guess it's that accent, man. You either gotta like the accent or not. And it's growing on me, but he was doing a Cvid&Coffee. That's my point in talking and giving him a mention, is he does a coffee and Cvid&Coffee. So I guess if he gets up at 4:30 in the morning, kind of like I do, I guess he's just gonna spit. He's gonna spit and get on the tubes and do videos and be there for people, I guess, who are kind of, I guess people really liked it. They felt comfortable. They had a connection, and so that's important out there for him, and for the community. He's good for the community. So go check him out at RC Guy Garage. Ricky's Garage Vibes. I'm gonna name. There's more than 5 on this one, because there's just a lot of good channels, and I'm just gonna give us some honorable mentions. Ricky's Garage Vibes, good channel. Go check him out. You guys know this guy. Maybe you don't. If you're not into speed runs, maybe you're not into them. Raz, R-A-Z, Schifrin. He does, I think he's a part, or at least sponsored by Perfect Pass. He just did a review on some new arms for the Arma. So go check it out, actually, because if you're into Arma cars, there's some aluminum arms that are made. I don't know if it's only for the street racing cars, like the, I believe it's the same arms that are on the Infraction and maybe the Felony and the speedrun car. I always forget the name of that one, but that Limitless. On the Limitless, I believe this was for the Limitless or whatever his version is. He is a total custom car, but go check it out. Raz Schifrin, really cool. The aluminum arms. They basically, if you look at the design, it eliminates windage, and just really nice looking parts. And I guess the set is like around 175. It's pricey, but really cool. Just go check it out. Raz Schifrin, he does the Arma Game Changer arms he calls it Game Changer arms for the Arma. Let's see. So we did Andy B at 2FMRC. We did the L to the W. I like the L to the W. I like the way he was talking. He was having fun and kind of basically just chatting it up, and I liked his mindset about RC. So really cool. So there you go. That's what we have right there. Those 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. There you go. And then one guy, I have a short, just kind of promoting the podcast, and this guy says, podcast equipment should be harder to get than a gun. Paraphrasing. Apparently everybody has a podcast, or he just does not like my podcast. So hey, to each his own, right? Today we took out Big Rock. My buddy came over. We took out, there's a video of it. It's kind of a shabby video. I just grabbed my camera at the last minute, my phone, and just started trying to video. And I'm always asking him, hey, set up the shot. And he just, I'm like, dude, like, set the shot up so that I can film it at least, like, do a couple of runs. People, newbies, or he's not a newbie, but people who don't drive RC cars very often and they get the controller in the hand, it's like pinned or not pinned, or pinned and in reverse. So it was frustrating. So go check out that video. It's a short video, and we took the Vendetta out, and I've been ripping that thing up. You know what it is I got new batteries. I got the whole, I've been getting Spectrum batteries. Got another G2 today. Really, really stoked on this. It's the G2s are just really easy. There's not a balance lead. You don't have to plug in a balance lead. Like on the G1s, you gotta plug in a balance lead still. But the G2s, you don't. You just plug them on in, and they read it, and away you go. And which is really, really cool. You got to use the Spectrum charger, and I know a lot of people are like particular. They want to be able to use any brand of anything. Hey, more power to you. But these systems are developed like this, and to me, it's just kind of like buy a battery system. It means the charger and the batteries for that. And if you need to cross-platform, either use a different connector, like an auxiliary connector, or convert the other system over into whatever the system plugs that you have. And there's no perfect solve for this issue. Not everyone's using the same plugs. So, that's just a part of life, part of life in RC, but good system. I recommend it. I have a Gen Z charger, and I also have like an old school charger that I was using for a long time. I thought it was like the best thing since sliced bread. Shows how old I am. First of all, I use that analogy, and second, I thought my old ass charger was it was good. It's a good charger. There's lots of parameters, but you can fry batteries on it really easy because it's not easily set up. You got to make sure that you have the discharge rate on there, and you're putting the charge rate on there, and you got to put the cell rate. You got to go through so many different parameters. Whereas, like, for example, the smart system, you literally plug it into the machine reads the battery and charges it at the optimal rate where you need to be, discharges it automatically. It's a pretty insane system, really cool. So I'm very, 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 very pumped on that. And that just kind of goes to show where we're at in technology, right? Like, speaking of, I'm going to open this right now. So, I got the parts. If you didn't see a video, I bought a Traxxas, a Slash, a 4-wheel drive Ultimate. And that's the funny thing about the marketing that's going on right now with Traxxas. I'm a Traxxas guy. I've said it on here before. I've said it again. I say it over and over. I like Traxxas. I think they make good stuff, and they're good for the RC community. I just bought these drive shafts, and man, talk about just a piece of engineering. Really cool setup. The CVD, it's like a real car's axle shrunk on down. And so you can put these into the... They comes off that. These are the parts for the X01, which is a like 100 mile an hour speed car. So these CVDs, what is it, centrifugal velocity, something like that. They are just kind of all put together, and they're sealed, which is really, really nice. And look at that articulation. So these are an install for the Slash Ultimate. And I've said it before, that they should have probably put this, like if this fits the car, they probably should have made it like that. Like, make it really supreme. Again, by the time you do the conversion and you buy the car, you're over $700 anyways. So those who, maybe it's just because they know that the people who don't want to just go plug and play, they want to do build stuff like this, that they offer that. I don't know, you guys. I know a lot of you guys don't like to have RTRs. You want kits. And I think it's usually because the kits they have parts that are not available in the RTR. Correct me if I'm wrong. So it's been a long time since I've built a RC car kit. Like, a long time. I want to say it's the Hornet when I was like 10. But, I mean, I wrench on them and I can take them all apart and put them back together. But I don't think I've actually built an actual kit car since I was a kid. So there might have been another car in between the Hornet. But man, like, everything else has been RTR. And then it's just fix and repair. Fix, repair, and sell, probably. All right, you guys, I'm losing steam on the podcast. So I'm going to land the plane. Appreciate you guys. Go and check out the channel. Give me some suggestions on what I should do. I just, like I said, I just scored all the batteries. So now I'm going to be driving a lot of cars that I just did not have the ability to drive because I didn't have a battery to fit. And it seems like Horizon's cars are a lot like that. Like the low Cs are especially like hard to fit batteries in them. My DBX LE, my Super Rock Ray, the low C Baja Ray 10th scale, Just so many of those cars, low C's especially, right? Like the battery trays and the battery setup and the plugs, everything's like super unique where like most batteries don't fit. None of my batteries fit. It was hard to get my Traxxas batteries in there. And then trying to get conversions for the Traxxas batteries, not gonna happen. And they're low C anyway, so they're not great bashing batteries. So there you go. Like and subscribe. I appreciate you guys. I appreciate the comments. Appreciate Josie Wilds always commenting. Let's get him past 300. Come on, let's do that this week. The dude's like already at 280. Like it's a thing. I don't know why I want to see Josie's channel go to 300. He said he didn't give a shit. He's just doing him. I want to see his channel go to 300, man. Let's do it. Yeah. All right, go check out Andy B. That was a cool station or channel. Do RC. That's cool. L to the W. Look, there's a ton of good channels out there. A lot of people want to do well. They want to be the best for the sport/hobby. There's also some D-bags out there though. They're all about only the money, and they're doing this. I'm reading through it, man. I'm not giving any names. I'm not mentioning those people. I'm only gonna blast anybody if somebody's just really outright lame. But yeah, just I get it, man. Don't be one of those channels out there that's just you're pumping your shit. That's like all you do is pump your shit. I get it to make a living, but I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong, right? Just sell to the masses and pump your shit down people's throats and make the almighty dollar, right? I don't think so. Raz Schifrin's selling his stuff, but I've heard of Perfect Pass. They just, again, they offer the stuff. Here it is. This is good stuff. We offer it. We're selling it. If you want to buy it, please buy it. Like, I like the way he comes off with their stuff. Again, I don't know if he's an owner, but I already bought a Perfect Pass servo. I'm going to probably buy these arms for the Arma. I hope that they fit the infraction or the felony. I'm going to do some research on that, but there you go. I think the M2C parts, no, Perfect Pass on those. The M2C parts were for the Do RC garage. He did an ultimate XRT. And that's was M2C super big bore shocks. The kit is awesome. I'm probably going to buy it. Alrighty, guys. Didn't mean to do that plug for everybody else. But, oh, you know, I'll plug somebody right now. K-Tech wheels. I think he might make 10th scale stuff, but I know he makes for the CX24 and stuff. And I have I bought 2 sets of wheels off him. Go check it out. K-Tech wheels. Awesome stuff. And yeah, all right. Love, peace, head grease. Pet your dog, kiss your mom. Tell your neighbor that you want to go do RC all over his lawn. Talk to you guys later.